Hello and welcome to this training video on utilizing the Avatar Assisted Therapy program. In this video, I'll be covering updating ACES boards. And ACES boards are display boards within the virtual space that allow users to share images and also share links with other Avatar users. And the way that counselors and or providers and also patients interact with ACES boards vary a little bit, so I will also go over those aspects. And then finally, images that can be shared within the ACES boards can be custom images, which can be shared through a Dropbox, or they can just be images with a link from the internet, which I will demonstrate both of those. So for most users, the easiest way to edit an ACES board is to just walk up to the board. And ACES boards are all going to look relatively similar. They'll all have this wooden backsplash here. And this is just the entrance to the park, so it's going to look a little bit different. But all I have to do is click on the ACES board, and as soon as I do that, it's going to populate my avatar username into the first text box there. However, the first two lines of text here are just lines of text, so you can put whatever you'd like in these. So I'm going to say, welcome to my board, and then image URL. So the important part about the image URL is that you need a direct link to an image in order to insert that to this text box. If you don't input it correctly, if it's not a direct image link, or if you don't put anything at all, it's just going to show up as a white background with a red question mark in the display. So just to make you aware of that. But I'm going to show you how to input a direct image here. So I've actually copied this. I found this image on Google Images, and I'm going to input it. So I'm going to copy this image and then go to my image URL and paste it in here. You can't see all of it, but one thing I do want to note is that you do want to make sure your image URLs aren't too long. There is a character limit on these boards as far as the boards being able to save the images, but as long as it's not too long, you shouldn't run into any problems. The next piece is that I can put external links. And I'm just going to be simple here and put a link to Google. But I could put up to 3 links here, and I'll show you what those look like. So there's my puppy image, and that's come up here. So anyone that's logging into the park and coming into Avatar and coming into the park scene will be able to see my ACES board in the image I've input. This cloud on the right-hand side of the board indicates the link to Google. So if I were to click this, it would open up a new tab, and Google, the website, would open. So that is my board, and that's kind of the most direct and simple way to update an ACES board. Now that I've updated a board, I actually have some different controls up here on the left-hand side. So to edit my board again, I would just click on Edit Board. And then if I wanted to clear my board to, if I was a patient, to allow myself to edit more boards at once, then I could clear my board doing that. So I'm going to clear the board right now. For counselors or providers who have admin privileges, you also have access to this Open Admin menu, which allows you to see all of the boards within a scene. And you can clear any of the boards through this menu. You could also edit any of the boards through this menu. And for some of the other scenes, there are a significant number of boards, so this menu can get a little complicated. But this does allow you to overwrite any boards that might have content that's not appropriate for this setting, or whatever the case may be. And again, providers/counselors can edit multiple boards in World, and patients or clients can edit one board at a time. Whether you are a patient or a client, though, you'll always have the editing options appear here on the left-hand side once you've edited a board to be able to edit that board or clear that board. the final thing I'll go over here is updating an ACES board with a custom image. By custom image, I mean if you've created your own image and wanted to upload it to, let's say, Dropbox. Every organization has access to a Dropbox, and if you are a patient and would like access to that Dropbox, you can request that access through your counselor. If you do have a personal Dropbox, you can also upload a custom image through there and share it through Avatar. So to demonstrate that, it's very similar to how I would edit another board. So I'm going to put sunflowers down. That's what I'll be sharing in this image. So to get my image URL, I'm going to go to my Dropbox and I'm going to click on the share icon. And what I want this link to, I want it to give me a link. So I want to make sure that anyone with the link can view this file. And if I need to change the settings there, I can do that. But my settings are established so that the link is viewable. So then I'm going to copy my link. And then to make this a little bit easier, I bring up a Word document so I can work with my URL link a little bit. So you'll notice that Dropbox indicates that it's this image that I've uploaded to the Dropbox that it's going to share. But I do have to make some modifications, so it is a direct image link. So where www is located, I am going to change that to DL for direct link. And then at the end here, I'm going to delete the content coming after the .jpg. .jpg and .png and a few other image formats may be the type of images you're coming across, but you just want to make sure that your image ends in .jpg. And then after Dropbox, I'm just going to put in Dropbox user content. So now my link is ready to share. So I will highlight and copy that. And then I'm going to come back to Avatar and click in my image URL and Control V to paste that in there. And I'm not going to include any external links for this demonstration, but once I finish that, my image is going to come up. So there's really a lot of options for those custom images, and you can create your own images if you want to instead have an image that's communicating information about visiting a website or utilizing certain tools. You can instead create images like that and share them through Dropbox. So that concludes this training video. If you do have any questions or want to check out more training videos, you can visit our project website listed here. You can also send an email to avatar@epi.umaryland.edu. And you can also check out our YouTube channel.